everything that is wrong with Western culture. Get a job, lady.
This video goes out to all the people that went out and voted for Donald Trump. Especially all you people receiving EBT, Medicaid, food stamps. Y'all voted for Donald Trump, and now, guess what? We got to go back to work. To qualify for EBT and food stamps, you have to be working 30 hours a week. I got 5 kids. I can't work 30 hours a week. Who's going to take care of my kids? I got $72 to last me on this EBT card, and then it's done, and I got to find a job. So, thanks a lot, and fuck you to anybody that voted for Donald Trump. Shame on you. Now we got to go back to work. What am I going to do?
Well, work. Did you think that you could leech off the government forever?
Trump need to shut the hell up and sit down somewhere, because when I get my food stamps, I buy food with my food stamps. I like to buy Pepsi because that's what I drink. Pepsi. I buy 2-liter Pepsis every time I go to the market. And I like snacks. I like to snack. The kids like to snack. So who is you to tell us that we can't buy Pepsis and sodas with our stamps? We should be able to get what the hell we want to get with our food stamps. Now you want to cut everything and talk about we can just buy food. So we supposed to spend money to buy the sodas and the snacks, just to have sodas and Kool-Aid and snacks and juices and stuff in the house for the adults and the children. When will this take effect? Because I better not get messed up for June. I need everything. I want to buy everything with my food stamps.
That poor neck is working harder than she has ever in her life.
Trump said you can no longer buy sodas and Little Debbie's with your EBT card. Can y'all believe that? First of all, I'm hurt. Because I've been trying to get on food stamps for the longest, and they won't accept you, girl. I guess I'm too old. But listen, now he says with your EBT card, all you can buy is straight food. Just food. You can't get the sodas and the Kool-Aid pouches and the Little Debbies and the Zoom Zooms and the Wham Whams. You have to get strictly food. It's going to be a strict list that they basically say this is food. And that's all you can get with your food stamp card. How do y'all feel about that? I'm hurt. I can't even get the food stamp card, but if I could get the food stamp card, I couldn't get what I want to eat.
Want the freedom to buy whatever you want? Good. Go get your own money, miss.
So I just called my mom to tell her, because I just went to the grocery store and I ended up having to pay $50 out of pocket. So I'm telling her like that I have to call the food stamp people and tell them that they're not giving me enough money. So she asked me how much are they giving me. I said $500. And she gonna hang up on me talking about they ain't giving you else because you got an infant. I don't care if I have an infant. $500 is not enough. I'm running out of food stamps within 2 weeks of me getting it. $500 is not enough. They have to go up because the cost of food has went up. The cost of groceries has went up. So sis gonna hang up on me like, girl, you know I call you for everything. Don't do that to me like that. They need to give me at least $1,000.
It's called assistance. The government is not supposed to completely cover your food. What is this entitlement?
So my thoughts about them cutting food stamps. So I feel like, and I'm just going to say it, the USA are basically some bullies, because at the end of the day, these food prices for anything are around $5 to $6. And if you are a person that was used to relying on food stamps, you're going to have a harsh reality that food is expensive, especially when you have like 4 or 5 kids. One child, okay, you know, myself, like I don't have any children, it's just myself. I buy food or whatever. But I'm just saying, for people that have like 5 and 6 kids, your bill is looking like $700. And who really got $700 to spend on food when this whole entire time, the only way you were getting your food supply was through food stamps? So God bless anybody out there, but I just feel like this world, especially the USA, is just messed up.
Messed up? To buy the food you're using yourself? Okay, ma'am.
So it looks like that the Trump administration is cracking down the usage of food stamps, and it looks like it's getting a lot stricter. So the change that I did heard when it comes to being eligible for food stamps is that if you are an able-bodied individual, there's nothing seriously wrong with you. You are able to get a job. That is actually one of the major requirements you must have in order to be eligible to be on food stamps. It was also said that when it comes to using your food stamps, it's not going to work for junk food or sugary drinks. So if you're one of the ones that like to buy a bunch of snacks for your kids, like cookies, chips, candy, and sodas, Sprite Zero, whatever. If you're one of those that buys a lot of junk food, food stamps, it's not going to work for that. So sugary drinks and junk food is not going to work with your food stamp card. So that part is really shocking for me.
How is that at all shocking? If you're on a budget, sugary drinks should be the first thing to go.
So y'all remember that time that I got on TikTok telling y'all about the food stamps? Do y'all remember that time I got on here and told y'all about the food stamps? Why did they turn my food stamps off? And I gotta pay back $35,000. They turned my food stamp off and I gotta pay back $35,000. Now I'm aggravated because how y'all didn't know I was playing on here? Y'all just running with shit. But them motherfuckers really turned my goddamn food stamps off and I have to pay them back $35,000. I don't know where the hell I'm gonna get $35,000 from, but I have to pay them back. So y'all, watch what y'all put on the internet.
Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Alpha Central. I'm your host, Jack, and today we're taking a look at women outraged over food stamp cuts. But let's jump right in, right after you subscribe, of course. Disclaimer, this video was made for strictly comedic/artistic purposes. No offense is intended towards any individual featured in this video.
Oh, nothing. Just enjoying my bowl of cereal and water because Trump done made an executive order to cut off WIC, food stamps, cash assistance, Section 8, housing, financial aid for the colleges. This man is power tripping.
Ma'am, Trump is not the one responsible for you drinking cereal and water. Have some accountability.
I'm tired of coming in the supermarket and not having food stamps. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore. I really don't. I don't want to spend $400 to $600 every other week in here. It's crazy. Crazy. I need some food stamps, like now.
Or you could just budget like the rest of tax-paying citizens do.
So just a PSA for anybody on EBT that has been paying for your nails, lashes, whatever it may be, with your EBT card, you can no longer do that. No. I just went to go get my nails, lashes, and eyebrows done. Went to go swipe my EBT card, and she tells me they no longer accept that. So not only are they taking away junk food, sugary drinks, they are giving us all a time limit with how long we can be on EBT. Now you can't get your nails done with EBT. They need to figure something out because this is not okay.
Tax-paying citizens shouldn't have to pay for your nails, lashes, or sugary drinks, ma'am.
It takes too much to keep these food stamps. Why do y'all keep sending me this paper asking me, has anything changed? No, I still have -$0 to my name. I still don't have a job. I still live in the sewer. This is where I live. In the sewer at the church. Nothing has changed. I don't even have a pen to fill this out and send it back. And how I'm gonna bring it with no car? I gotta walk this all the way to y'all's building. By the time I get there, y'all gonna cut the food stamps off. Y'all said I gotta turn this in by the 15th. By the time I get there, y'all gonna be cutting my food stamps off. Y'all, why are y'all giving me a hard time?
-0
stamps, them and their children. I know many of you are going to say, well, that's not who this bill's targeting. That's not what we're targeting, but we are. Because here's the thing. If that mom needs a soda, or if that kid wants a candy bar or that teenager wants Takis, they should be able to get those things. I don't know how people that are rich and that have never struggled with food insecurity are the ones that are getting to make these decisions. And when it comes down to it, if you don't want people to police what you're eating or what you're feeding your children, then why are we trying to police what they eat or feed their kids? So if Coke and chips are like the two main things I keep saying, so why are we not just taking those away from all Americans? Because I guarantee if they were taking them away from all Americans, there would be a lot of people pissed off about their rights. Think about what you're saying. You don't know what these women are going through. You just don't.
Whatever they're going through, a healthy diet is sure to help them more than some chips and a soda, ma'am. Get a grip.
Have you ever wondered why they want to ban sodas and other sugary stuff from food stamps? This is why. This is a food stamp order I'm delivering. An entire buggy full of junk. That's why they want to ban it. People don't know moderation. This is the third order I've delivered to this house this month. Like this.
Taxpayer-funded type 2 diabetes. You just can't make this up.
I ain't gonna say no names because I don't really know who the it was. Trump or whoever. I don't really know. I don't know how that work. I ain't political. But I will say, you motherfucking goddamn food stamps slam up. I'm jobless and I'm hungry. I done told these motherfuckers I volunteer 20 hours a week. Because that's the requirements now. Volunteer work 20 hours a week. If I could work 20 hours a week, I might not need no goddamn food stamps. But okay. Told the motherfuckers I volunteer 20 hours a week. Got the paperwork, provided it, submitted it. Done submitted it 3 times. Done been out here 15 goddamn times. These little raggedy just told me, oh, you don't volunteer for an approved organization.
It does suck that she seemingly did the work, but you gotta know who you're doing the work for, cause then you could just go to your friend and call them a volunteer organization.
So we are a pretty big family. We're a family of 7. And the best thing about it is when the food stamps hit. When those stamps hit, I'm like a kid in a candy store. I want anything and everything. Like at this point, $2,500 each month isn't it. Like, I want to have another baby. Imagine having another kid. Do you know how much more I'm going to be getting in stamps? And before you guys come at me and all that stuff, it's there. It's there for people who need it. And I know then the people are going to be like, oh, you're so lazy. Why would I want to work? $2,500 in food stamps? I will not be working for the rest of my life. Now I see why there's some people that have like 10 kids and they're on welfare because they're making money. So I'm definitely telling my husband tonight, like, let's start making another baby because what the And a big shout out to all you taxpayers that are supporting us. So thank you so much for your contribution. We really appreciate it.
I just went to check the mail and I received a letter from the food stamps office. It says, after multiple videos were sent into our office, we had to conduct an investigation. And during our investigation, we did come across a few discrepancies in your application. It says, therefore, over the last 6 months, you received benefits that did not belong to you and needs to be paid back. You know how much I have to pay back? Do you want to know how much food stamps I have to pay back? I have to pay back $27,000. Good thing is that they offer a payment plan because where am I going to get $27,000 off of? And guess what? I'm not even going to pay it. Y'all have to prove to me. Where's the proof? This letter doesn't mean anything. Where's the proof? Show me the proof of what I was doing wrong. This is unbelievable.
The proof is all
because everything is not for the internet. And I learned it.
At $35,000, that's an expensive lesson to learn.
I have 7 kids, 7 different baby daddies, and I do receive $3,000 in EBT food stamps.
$3K in EBT a month is not something you want to flex on. That literally shows how much you cannot provide for the children you kept on having. How do you have 7 different baby daddies and you were giving birth since the age of 14? You know, don't they say one of the biggest causes for destruction of home families in the Black community is having children who have no father figure? Why? This is where I support having a cap on government-assisted aid, regardless if you keep having children. Like, taxpayers should not be the daddy to your irresponsible decision-making.
At a certain point, you just have to feel bad for the kids. Having a mom who flexes being on EBT and having 7 different baby daddies, there's a reason none of them stuck around.
Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for people who on Section 8 and on any government assistance. Trump said no more. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy like I got kicked off of Section 8 2 years ago and just started paying regular rent. It's hard, but what about all these people who can barely pay this stuff? Project 25 calls for cuts for all government assistance programs, including SNAP, Medicaid, Section 8, housing assistance, VA benefits. And what's really breaking my heart, I don't care what nobody got to say, mostly people who are on Section 8 is women with kids. It's about to be so many homeless people now, y'all.
Government assistance is supposed to be a brief safety net, ma'am, not a lifestyle.
Well, it just keeps getting better and better. Not only did they increase my rent because I started working, they increased my rent. They have now deducted my food stamps. So they increased my rent. They tell me I can't qualify for benefits and I can't get child support or anything because my husband's in prison. So I'm a single mom with no help, no family, no nobody, no nothing. And now I just got a letter. I'm just quite pleased with it, honey. It says now they have reduced my food stamps from $523 a month for 2 people to now $320 a month for 2 people. So that's great. Because, of course, their reason is because I make too much money. But I guess I shouldn't complain because at least I get them. Because a lot of people, I've been ranting about this stuff for a couple days now. And a lot of people are telling me how they're not even